Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Alright, today we're talking about what traveling is really like during COVID, because I thought this was a good topic to cover, being that I just went to Hawaii. Click the card if you missed that video, by the way. I'm not too sure what side it's on. One of those. But, as you know, I went to Hawaii, and so I feel like there's a lot of confusion on how traveling really is like during COVID. A lot of people think it's a lot harder than it normally is, but in reality, it's a lot different than you think. Also, change of setting, short story, long story short. My house flooded. Alright, so the first part about traveling during COVID, and this is more specific to Hawaii or depending on where you go, but you have to do the COVID test and it has to come in 72 hours before your flight, and that's the hardest part, especially with Hawaii, because you have to do a test that's approved. It has to have like this Hawaii seal or something like that. It has to be approved by Hawaii, and so you have to find one of those. Personally for me, mine was UCSD, which is in San Diego near where I live, and so we got tested there, and then luckily the results came back in 72 hours before, but that is because ours was like a guaranteed one for Hawaii, which meant that it cost a little bit more, but it gave you the peace of mind. I know some other places like Walgreens, they don't guarantee it, but that is approved. And then so we got tested, came back, then that's like the hardest part of the whole thing. After that, you're like good to go. So we go to the airport, get our bags packed, everything, the normal. Get to the airport, there's like barely anyone there. There's a few people, but like compared to normal, there's like no one there at all. It's super nice. And so we get there, load our bags up, get the like sticker put on it. I don't know what to call it, but get the sticker put on it. The usual, and then you go through like bagging and stuff, take your shoes off. The only thing different, pretty much, less people, and you have to wear a mask, which I mean, is to be expected going outside anywhere right now. But you have to wear a mask, and then once you get on the plane, this is so nice in the plane. It's like 1/10 capacity or something like that. Me and my mom and dad, we all got our own rows the whole plane, so you got to lay out, take a nap. Super nice. The only thing that wasn't nice about it is just wearing the mask, but like I said, to be expected. So, on the plane, just the regular flight to Hawaii, super easy, like I said, and then once you get there, you have to wait in this line to go through, like, the COVID screening. They have this little QR code that you got from the place that you got tested. They'll send it to you, and then they scan the QR code, check your papers, your ID, and all that stuff, and make sure that, like, you're good to go. You got tested, it came back in time. Otherwise, if you don't get your test, you have to quarantine for 2 weeks in Hawaii, and that's how it used to be no matter what, but luckily they just changed that. And so, obviously, those things will be a little bit different depending on where you go, but for Hawaii, that's how it was. And then, so once you do that, the airport in Hawaii, literally no one there. Like, it was an absolute ghost town. And so, we go through the airport, get our rent-a-car, super easy, and then we're, like, on our own from there. It's good to go. Alright, so I'm going to talk a little bit of how the whole island of Hawaii is right now. So it's super nice because a lot of people think that it's a lot harder to get there than it really is. Once you get that COVID test, like I said, you're good to go. And so the whole island of Hawaii, there's like no one there whatsoever. It's just like the locals pretty much, a few tourists here and there, but it's just chilling on the beach. A lot of like the activities that like you normally do when you go to Hawaii are closed, which is totally fine. And we just hung out on the beach, surfed like every day. We went to Pearl Harbor, which no one was there whatsoever, and we got extra time there. And then we went on the ATV ride through the sets of Jurassic Park and a bunch of other movies, which was awesome. And so those things were open. You just have to wear a mask, and that's pretty much the only thing different. So yeah, whole island of Hawaii, super dead, super fun, had a great time there. Definitely recommend going if you can during COVID. It's a lot easier than you think it is. And then traveling back, super easy. Like, because you don't have to worry about the COVID test or the screening or anything like that. You just board your plane or turn the rent-a-car and just wearing a mask. That's the only thing different, and way less people. No lines pretty much at all for anything. You just get on the plane, your own row, super, super nice. And then getting back to California, same thing, is just chilling on the plane and going. And I've heard this from a bunch of other people that have traveled, that it's so much easier than you think. That's pretty much wrapping up the video. Let me know actually what type of videos you want to see. I post a bunch of different stuff. I post vlogs, this type of video, like the POV mountain biking videos. Definitely more of those videos to come. And then a POV surfing videos as well. And then piano covers. So comment below what type of videos you want to see more of. And I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those post notifications so that you don't miss my next video. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.
see